Hi everyone, I'm James from Nature's Outdoor School. Today is on navigation, how to go from point to point B. And we're not going to use a map, we're just going to use a compass. Then we're not going to use the compass, we're going to use some tricks and tips I'm going to show you to find your way to where you want to be. So sit back, get comfortable, and let's get started. Navigation is one of the most important skills to learn for the outdoors. It's funny though, growing up, we navigate all the time by memory. We know how to get from point A to point B in the city, in the country, wherever. We're familiar with it. And if we don't have it by memory, there's signs, there's maps, there's friends that tell us how to go. It's not that big a thing really. But when we go out in the wilderness, it's a little bit different than that. And we're going to walk out here in the forest, and we're going to take no map. We're going to take a compass, pencil and pen, a marker that's waterproof, surveyor's tape, and binoculars. I'll show you how to put those to use to find our way through the forest. Good enough? Let's go. Yeah, we're coming out here. We're going to do our first sighting out here for a compass. Find a direction to take it, and we'll just see what happens here. We've had a lot of wind recently and rainy weather. Today's nice though. Chance to get out and do some more filming. Don't need a map for this, but most people know how to use this. There's little knots at the top. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to look in the distance, and I'm going to find through that notch a tree or something in this forest that I want to walk to. So I take a bearing with that in mind. And once I have the bearing in mind, I don't move the compass in my hand. I just turn the bezel and line up the magnetic north, which is the only one spinning in there, and put it in what they call the doghouse. It's 2 slots. You know what I mean if you know a compass, but it's easy once you get one, you can see it. Put in the doghouse, the horse in the barn, taking the needle. All right, so I know where I'm going out there. I'm going to walk straight to that. So here's that surveyor's tape. You can see this really far away. And I'm going to wrap this around the tree now. Now next, what you want to do is you're going to mark on here the date, the time, and your name. Couple reasons for this. So if you go out and you get injured and you can't make it back here, if someone's looking for you, they find this, they know when you were here, what day, and of course the person that left it. If you have an injured person in camp that you have to leave behind and go find help, same situation, you can find your way back if you need to too. And that's why we do this for a couple reasons. So you continue to do the same thing that we just did on the tree to the next one, or a bush, or wherever you find, pile of rocks, doesn't really matter. And that's with the compass. If you don't have a compass, you can use your line of sight and just look ahead and find out what's the furthest, but you can really see the furthest point and do the same thing. I like to use the binoculars. These are great because then you get really far and you can see out there where you're going to go. And when you come back, of course, you got this advantage too, to find out this orange tape if the sun's real bright. So right now we're going to turn around and try the binoculars. So this is our second tree here. Mark it. Now let's say you come to this tree here and you start to look ahead, but you notice it looks like it drops off. You go there. What if it's a dropped off cliff? It's too steep to go down. Or there's other obstacles. At that point, you stop. You're going to go left or right to go around it. But you're going to have to write on this particular one, the direction you took. So if we're going, let's say north, you're going to go east or west now. So you'd write that down on there. And then you do the same thing as you go along, trees along there. What's really important is keep note of the time if you can. And let's say you get toward the late afternoon and you don't know if you should go back or stay there and make a camp or not. A good rule of thumb is to check this time. If you don't have a watch or some way to do time, your hand is, these 4 fingers are 15 points each, so it's an hour. And what you do is you take that and you put it to the bottom of the sun and then come down increments till you get to the horizon straight out from where you're looking at. And now to give you an estimate, let's say 2 hours, 2.5 hours, or whatever. And from that point, you can decide, should you stay there? Do you have time to go back? It's really important to keep track of the time. Well, I hope that was helpful. Always take your compass with you. They come in handy when you least expect it. And now I have GPSs too and things like that, but I like using a map and compass. It just feels more like you are immersed in nature, you might say. You can see things out there in the map, this and that. Don't forget your tape too. That's the way it comes on handy. So thank you for coming along. Please subscribe, it really helps that channel. And we'll see you next time.